Hey guys, welcome to the 101 in 10, where you get to see your favorite indie artists from around the world 101 in 10 minutes. I'm your host, Ayasha Roberson, and I'm back this week with a brand new artist from 2022. So we have Mr. Multi-talented, very creative, innovative. He is a guitarist, he is a songwriter, he is a pianist, and he is just awesome. No further ado, Mr. Mark Winters. Yay!
Hey, Aisha. Good to have it. Thank you for having me today.
Oh, thank you for being on the show. So I would like to know, and I know the rest of the fans would like to know, how did you get started with your musical career and what are your musical influences?
Yep, I got started writing poetry early in my life. My grandmother taught me that. I didn't pick up music until 2011. That's when I really combined my poetry and my musical drive. I got started wanting to play a song for my wife for our anniversary. And so
Oh,
I went and bought a
really?
guitar and went through all the process of learning the song. And it took me about 6 weeks, and I played it out for our anniversary in a restaurant. And man, I was hooked at that point. It was so awesome just to connect kind of one-on-one
Yeah.
with someone and deliver a message. And from there, it's just been nothing but YouTube videos and sore fingers and sore vocal cords, learning to sing and play better and write my own stuff.
I love it. So you're self-taught, which I think is amazing. You definitely have this gift when it comes to your musical talent and skills. In 2011, it wasn't too long ago. So you would just kind of like just dived in. So
Boom, head first. That's how I
yes,
do it.
I see. Oh my gosh, God bless you. You have so much tenacity and ambition, and most people can't do that. So that's awesome. Now, who are your musical influences
Yeah.
growing up?
I love the simplicity of Tom Petty. He writes
Oh,
songs where he's
mhm.
posthumously now, right? But very simple and engaging songs. I think "Free Falling" and "Running Down a Dream" are sort of come to mind. And then John Mayer, I love his guitar style. I love the rhythm and the bluesy feel for the things that he plays. And I'd say, probably Jason Mraz,
Wow.
just because he has
Mhm.
such a positive message, and for me, that's very important in my music. So those are probably my three main influences in my writing and my style.
I definitely can see that with your musical talent. I think those are three good people to kind of pull from and to collaborate your own musical style, which you have done so successfully. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Boundary Layers. How did you come up with the title for that album?
Yeah, so the album is releasing in March, yo. It's coming up pretty quick. This is the title single, "Boundary Layer," just released Friday of a week before last. And I have a love for math and science, and I
Mhm.
have a love for poetry. And so I try to find things that sort of fit in both. Uh, my ability to express emotion and also the way I see the world through a scientific or mathematical lens. And so boundary layer, to me, poetically, is you sort of get in these limits that are created by society for how you're supposed to be or how you're supposed to act or what you're supposed to do. You get all these limits when you start off really young, and you end up not becoming the person that you want to be. And so the poetic side of me says, let's break through that boundary and
Right.
find out really who I'm really supposed to be.
Hmm. Hmm.
The math side of me says, okay, well, my undergrad degree is in aerospace engineering, so
Wow.
designing airplanes. And when you are in a boundary layer, you're starting to get near the surface of an object. Like, so if airplane's flying through the air and there's air going across the wing, the closer you get to the surface, the more turbulent the air gets. That's called the boundary layer. And the particles start slowing down and almost stopping, and then they start heading in a random direction as they're getting closer and closer to the actual boundary that you're trying to break through. And so for me, it's almost, the poetry in me sees, I'm slowing down as I'm getting close to this boundary. I got to break through it somehow and find my new direction. And so
That's great.
math and poetry come together.
I love that because it's definitely different from your last album, Signal. So I just think it has just like a different type of feel to it, an element that comes together as well.
Yeah. So this album, Boundary Layer, has 2 songs that have been released from it. So you just mentioned Signal. So the first single that came off of this album was released earlier this year, or no, last year. And Signal is about putting out a positive vibe in the world, being mindful of that, and being mindful of the signals that you're getting in from other people, right? And how they're affecting you. And it also has a mathematical element to it, because signals are radio waves that sort of
Mhm.
propagate out from you and bounce off of things.
I love it.
So yeah, this album, Boundary Layer, has 2 singles that are out. My previous album that I released in 2019 was called Slipstream, and it's also got some math elements in it. But hey, we're here to talk about Boundary Layer, the new one, don't
Yeah.
you know?
And you know what? I love the fact that it has a lot of vibrational energy to it. Like you talk about the vibrational currency and, the boundaries, and I just like the way it vibes, and it has like a little poetic flow to it as well. And I think that's what people need. They need to feel the vibration of that music so they could so they can feel better about themselves and better about life, because life is short.
Yes, Aisha. Yeah, it is. And I found when I started singing, it's such a personal thing for me. I couldn't sing lyrics to someone else that I didn't believe in, and that really led me to write my own music. And I'm really mindful. It's a very personal thing for me when I'm singing to people, when I'm putting music out. That it's me, and it's authentic, and it's my feeling that I'm delivering to someone. And so it really needs to come from my heart and really be a part of the energy that I'm putting out. And so I'm very mindful of that, and how it affects other people. It's very rewarding for me when I have someone who just listened to a performance or listened to my song and sends me a note and says, wow, I really needed that. That was, that lifted me up today. And man, that makes me want to just go, continue to spread it to the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's the connection. And a lot of people cannot make that type of connection through their music. They're just putting out music or just, throwing things on the wall type of thing, and hopefully it'll land somewhere. Where your music, you actually feel the connection. You actually feel the genuineness that comes out with the music. And that's felt whether you're doing a performance or whether you're hearing your music on Spotify, which you guys can listen to as well. Or Indie Live Music Radio. And you can actually feel the connection through your music. Like that's what it comes towards me as someone that is actually connecting to you through their musical style.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. I try to deliver that message in my music. We had a live show here in South Houston that was really awesome, and really was able to share a lot of that energy out with the folks who were out at Scotty's with us this last weekend.
Great.
You're right. Whether it's a live stream or whether it's music I've put out on Spotify or Apple Music, or have a YouTube channel that has some some live cuts on it as well. I'm really all about trying to share that message, to make the world a better place, and to help myself as well as other people sort of connect in a better way.
Great. So, guys, you heard it from Mr. Mark Winters yourself. He is doing some great things in 2022, and this is definitely an artist that you guys have to look out for. Make sure in March you go purchase that new album, Boundary Layer, which is going to be available on all music platforms. Can you tell the fans where can they find your music? How can they come to your website? How can they book you for an upcoming performance?
Yes, ma'am. So you can find my music on all the streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube, and most of the other platforms as well. I have a website, markwintersmusic.com. There you can find links to all my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and my YouTube channel. And you can also find links to all my songs on the platforms. If you want to book a live show, I'm actually working on my tour for the 2022 here for the second half of it. So there's a bookings tab, and I have a bookings manager that can help coordinate a show, either a singer-songwriter intimate show with just me, or with the full band. I play out under Mark Winters and the Jetliners with the full band. So
Oh, wow. Okay. That's awesome. I'm excited. So guys, you heard it from Mr. Winters yourself. Make sure you book him and his band for upcoming performances this coming spring and summer. And you guys make sure you follow him at Mark Winters. Is it Mark Winters Music?
Music, yeah, Mark
Okay.
Winters Music on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. Yep.
Oh, and thank you so much, Mark, for joining our show. And thank you guys for tuning in to the 101 in 10, where you see your favorite artists from around the world, 101 in 10 minutes. Expect the unexpected on the 101 in 10 this year. We have more guys, we have more guests coming on the show. Thank you again, Mark, for joining me today. And again, guys, continue to shine bright, continue to know that you can do great things. All you gotta do is believe in yourself and believe that the light in you can shine bright. I look forward to speaking to you guys soon. Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.
Ayasha.